My girlfriend crossed boundaries with her friend. Now she wants a second chance. Okay, so this is more like a redo/update of my first post I did like 5 months ago. You can check it if you like. In the other post I call Maria Angela. I kind of forgot, sorry. I'll try to summarize as best as possible since there's so much information. Also, English is my second language, so I apologize if I misspelled something. I'm writing this trying to be as impartial as I can be since I'm a main character in all this drama. But I'd like for you to receive the information the cleanest possible because I really need advice since this is my first relationship ever and I do want to become a good partner for my girlfriend. So I, 19F, and my girlfriend, 18F, I'll call her Andrea, have been in a relationship for 1 year and 2 months now. Before my girlfriend and I started dating, we had a rough start. I had just got out of the closet in my school in the most chaotic way possible, and we would go through contact/no contact months on and off. Let's say we met on March and on August we finally were able to start seeing each other. I must say, the problem those months was all my fault, since being out brought problems in my family and bullying at school that would make me push away Andrea, but I got through it and deeply apologized to her while I asked for some time to prove her that I wanted a stable relationship. During those months of contact/no contact, there was a girl my GF met. She swears she never even thought about Maria. I'll call her friend Maria from now on. Wanting nothing more than a friendship, but everyone knew or thought they were going to be together. Maria would spend breaks at school with her, be extremely physical and gift her things, even during Andrea's birthday gifting her flowers and more. I don't want to detail anymore, but it was obvious to everyone that Maria had romantic feelings for Andrea. It was during August and a week before Andrea's birthday that we started talking again. My now girlfriend had invited my best friends and not really subtle she said to them that they could invite me to her birthday party. So I messaged her to ask her if she was comfortable with that, and she said that she had invited my friends with that solid purpose. So Andrea and I started talking and seeing each other at school. But every time she was chatting with Maria, according to her thinking they were only passing time as friends, and her eyes met mine, Maria would lose all the attention she had with Andrea, since my GF would stare at me as I walked past right next to her. I felt bad. Really bad. I wasn't friends with Maria nor I knew her at all. So I wasn't supposed to be responsible of how I lived my life affected random people, but I couldn't stop feeling bad for her. During my girlfriend's birthday party, Maria stayed all the time with her and, sadly, Andrea stayed all the night with me. I'd be dancing and I'd look back from Andrea and I would see Maria looking me with sad deer eyes that would make me feel so guilty. She's like the cute small girl that everyone loves. That birthday people made Andrea, at that time she wasn't my girlfriend yet, choose between Maria and me to kiss one of us. That made me rage because I felt like a product on a display case, so I grabbed my girlfriend and kissed her. Then Andrea kissed Maria. I don't know why because I left the room. I don't know if they forced her or she chose to, but when they asked her again that same night, she said my name. A few days later what I thought would happen happened. Maria asked to speak with Andrea and sort of confessed to her. She asked if Andrea and I had some sort of relationship going on and Andrea said yes. Then Maria ran away, bursting into tears, making a big fuss at school. She cut contact with my girlfriend and everyone started hating Andrea and me because I was the one that took Andrea from Maria, like my GF wasn't her own person. Honestly, I do think Andrea gave weird signals to Maria and made her think maybe she was interested. She swears she never even noticed it, but accepting her gifts, staying every break with her and slightly flirting and eventually kissing her, made me realize that was messed up. My girlfriend and I started seeing each other publicly and eventually dated. Looking back now, the second semester of 2023 was the happiest to me because Maria wasn't in the picture anymore. Now here's when all goes to crap. During March of 2024, my girlfriend asks me if it is okay to send Maria greetings for her birthday, and I, stupidly, said yes. I felt bad of how it all turned out and my GF always talked to me about how she missed the friendship she had with Maria. They became friends again. I said I was okay with it because I knew Andrea's friends were really shitty friends to her, and the friendship Maria gave her was a real one. Also, I thought Maria's feelings were buried by then, but it became obsessive. All I heard was Maria. Maria this, Maria that. I was sick of it, honestly. I tried to support it, be a good girlfriend, but during May, my girlfriend started to tell me about Maria's friends that had been making some inappropriate jokes like, "When are you guys going to kiss?" or stuff like that, and I started to notice some gossiping between our pairs. It escalated really fast. Soon all I could hear is that Maria and my girlfriend would make a great couple, and that probably my girlfriend was cheating on me with Maria. My brother, who was still attending school, told me several times that what Maria and my girlfriend had didn't seem like a friendship, and he and friends who went to school told me that Maria used to be very physical with my girlfriend. Things got toxic between us after I tried to talk to her about it multiple times, and she always said something along the lines of, "What did I do wrong? She doesn't like me like that, so what do you want me to do?" Finally, I confronted her for letting Maria get too close to her considering she confessed to her last year, and I told her I felt like Maria and me were on the same level of priority for her, and we took a break for almost 4 weeks. After those 4 weeks, my girlfriend reached out to me to discuss things, and she told me she was ready to cut Maria if it was necessary for us to get back together. At this time, I was actually convinced that Maria had feelings for her because as soon as I left the picture, she started to get closer and closer to my girlfriend, and she let her saying to me that she was having a hard time and Maria was a support. So I told her that I respected the friendship she had with Maria, but since that girl had feelings for her, in order to get back together, she would have to make some major changes in her friendship and her boundaries. I set a list of things I wasn't comfortable with and told her that she could spend the classes she had with Maria together. But breaks, lunch breaks, hangouts outside of school made me uncomfortable. She accepted all these conditions and decided to talk to Maria. Maria wasn't happy. She left, and during a week, she started to treat badly my girlfriend. This agreement worked for a few weeks before my GF started to give excuses to be with Maria. She told me her friends always left her alone and that she had no other choice but to be with Maria since there was no one else. Also, she even said that I should start getting used to Maria because after she graduates, they'll take a course to prepare for the PACE test to enter university. She would come up with excuses and apologies. She would beg me to not get mad at her. And I can't be mad at her. I know her situation. My girlfriend has bad friends who tend to leave her alone or not be loyal to her. We had a school event, and since my little brother still attends to school, I went to see him and my girlfriend. She promised me she would stay always with me, and also said something like I should say hi to Maria to show people at their school that Maria and I can get along, and I said no. Anyways, I attended, and actually for the first hour or two, she was behaving great. She stayed with me all the time, and I could see in the corner of my eye Maria running away from my vision. It was great at first. My mother was there too, and I could show her that my girlfriend was being serious about it. But then my girlfriend went to see Maria. I was okay with it at first. I mean, it was a one-time event, and she wanted to check up on her quickly. But she eventually didn't show up for 15 minutes, and I had to leave. My mom asked for her because she wanted to say goodbye, and we found her sitting with Maria. I never saw how they behaved at school, but I saw something. Not from my girlfriend, but from Maria. It's not because I'm her girlfriend, but Maria saw her with worshipping eyes, loving eyes. She would bat her eyes like crazy and turn her head in a flirty way. I stayed quiet, but my mom said, "Who is that girl that's flirting with your girlfriend?" And I told her that was Maria. Now, I know what I saw, and my girlfriend would just smile at her, oblivious of anything. We wanted to say goodbye, but I felt so out of place that I didn't know what to do. My mother was pissed and said, "Let's just leave. She must know you felt bad about it, because clearly she's allowing a girl that has feelings for her to get close." Now, I didn't speak to her instantly. I was feeling angry and hurt and tried to have my own space to manage my feelings. I felt hurt because when my girlfriend and I got back together, I had to convince my mother that my girlfriend was finally putting me as a priority and that the Maria problem was behind. So I felt embarrassed because I said my mom something and she saw another thing. I spoke to my girlfriend when I was calm, and I saw all the texts she had sent me. She was asking to know why I left without saying goodbye and if she did something wrong. So I explained to her. I told her how I was feeling and how it felt like what she had told me she would do to fix our relationship wasn't really happening. I told her what I saw and that I knew what actually was going on and how Maria felt about her. So I wasn't okay anymore with their friendship, and I was tired of asking for things I once did without blinking. Last year, my best friend confessed his love to me and I distanced myself from him because I saw how it affected my relationship. For the first time, she was angry. She told me she was tired of this Maria problem as well, and that she was doing everything I asked her to do. She also told me that Maria was her only real friend and that she wasn't cutting her off because she had a few months left of school and she couldn't be alone that time. We gave each other space, and I thought and came up with an idea. I proposed to accept that friendship for the months that are left of school, 3 months. Only if she accepts reality and accepts that Maria still has a crush on her. And after those 3 months, the friendship is over since there's no purpose to it anymore. I'd only be comfortable with an online friendship. She said she liked the idea and we solved things. During the remaining school year, my girlfriend told me that during certain months, she did find Maria's behavior odd or out of place for a friend. But every time we would argue about Maria and I brought what she said to me about it, she would sort of deny it, saying she was confused about it because she knew I wanted to hear that. So I don't know how she feels about it because some days she recognizes it and some days she denies it. Oh, also during Halloween, she asked if Maria could do her Halloween makeup for a school party, and she told me all of Maria's friends would be coming over Maria's house as well to do their makeup. She told me that otherwise she wouldn't want to go to the party because she doesn't know how to do makeup. I said okay because I thought, okay, they won't be alone and I want her to have a good time. But when I called her when she was at Maria's house, she told me that none of her friends showed up, so it was only Maria and her. I got furious, but I did let her know I wasn't mad at her because this was out of her control, but the thought of Andrea and Maria alone at her house made me angry, also considering that I wouldn't have to endure this if she just cut her off like I asked a long time ago. Anyways, we argued. She was sorry, but there was nothing else to do. She has now left school. In my country, the school year goes from March to December. My girlfriend thought it was necessary to let Maria know that their friendship after she graduated would only remain online, and Maria said that she could eventually get sick of it. The last day of school of Andrea, I saw videos from the school's Instagram where Maria spent half of the ceremony of departure of the seniors hugging my girlfriend like Andrea was going to war or something, and she wrote Andrea a goodbye letter which contained some weird phrases that sounded like she still had feelings for my girlfriend. Oh, also, yesterday I discovered that she still keeps the flowers that Maria gave her when she liked her. We have argued about next year. Since almost every student takes a preparation course to do the test to enter university, it's like school but centered mainly on the contents of the tests. Andrea and Maria are taking it at the same place, the most known, so they will probably have classes together. She told me that she will do as I asked and will not hang out with her, but if Maria sits next to her and asks her things about certain topics of the test, she will make chat with her. Honestly, I don't like it, but I know she can't be that disrespectful to ignore her or avoid her. We still have to talk about going out with friends because Maria infested all her friends and now is practically part of her friend group. I really need suggestions. I want to be a good girlfriend, but I don't know if I'm doing right or if I'm disrespecting myself. I'm tired of fighting about Maria and told my girlfriend that if she gives the same amount of trouble with Maria or any other woman, I'll leave because I'm tired of acting like her mother telling her what or what not to do. I've told her that I want her to be more independent with this, to act for herself. I don't feel like I have to tell her I want respect and to set boundaries, but she should do it herself. What do you think? I love my girlfriend and I want this to work out. Please give me your honest opinion, and if you need more information, I'll answer.